Hi, my name is Lynn, and I am a mama to two toddlers. I live a crazy life. I love to play with food. I love to still fit into my jeans and my cute clothes, and that's hard to do. So I also like to make sure that I am, working out and staying as fit as I can and helping other people on that journey also, because this journey has been crazy for me. I used to weigh about 60 pounds more than I do now, and I have had two babies. They're a year apart, so my body went through quite a lot over the last couple of years. I actually, before I had babies, I had moved to a new city. I did not have a ton of friends. I was spending a lot of time working out at the gym, creating my own crazy workout programs, and doing about an hour on the elliptical, and then doing like a half an hour on the weights end of things, and doing classes. And I just enjoyed being around people that like to be fit. And I ended up reconnecting with a friend of mine from growing up, from childhood, and she invited me to an online accountability group. She was like, hey, there's going to be a lot of people that really like, fitness. Maybe that's something that you might be open to. And I said, yeah, like I would love to, meet more people online and reconnect with some old friends. And it ended up starting me on a really long journey. And I have loved all of the steps that I've taken along the way. So next, after a really short accountability group, I joined a 21-day fitness group with a bunch of people who are all super like-minded, and they lived all over the country. And it was awesome. Like, I loved it. And I still did my own thing. A lot of people were doing workout programs at home, but at that period of my life, I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to get out of my house. I work from home, and it was just kind of my escape some days. So I looked forward to working out at the gym. And lo and behold, soon enough, of course, I got pregnant. So things changed a little bit. I still went to the gym often, and I did not get the same thing that everybody else gets, where they get really cool food cravings. I ended up with food aversions. So basically all the healthy food that I had grown to enjoy prior to pregnancy, like eggs and chicken and water, did not taste right to me as a pregnant person. So I struggled a lot. I wanted to make sure, it was very, very important to me that I had a very healthy pregnancy and I brought a healthy child into this world. And I was realizing that sometimes out of your control. So a friend of mine, that same friend, had been drinking the superfood shake. And I thought of it as a way to get dense nutrition into my body at a time that I really needed it. Now, I knew some people used it for weight loss or as a way to get all their systems healthy, like drop cholesterol, and their bad blood pressure went down with it. I just needed to get nutrition in my body. So I decided to give it a try. And honestly, I went from taking 2-hour naps a day to like not even napping while pregnant, which I feel like is crazy. That's like a miracle in itself. So for me, it was a huge night and day difference. I ended up talking to my friend, and she was like, listen, what I do as a coach is I just cheer other people. You've been doing that for months. You've been in our accountability groups. You've been cheering people on. You've been bringing people in, the people that you knew that might enjoy this. Why don't you earn a little on the side by doing exactly what you're doing? And I realized at that point, it was a great opportunity for me. Even though I was about to bring a baby into the world, and even though I loved my day job, I was looking for something more. I was looking for some way to feel like I was helping people. There's nothing more amazing than feeling your best confidence. When I used to weigh over 60 pounds more than I do now, I was over 200 pounds, and it was hard. I mean, I couldn't look at myself the same way in the mirror. I couldn't look at myself in certain clothes. I struggled really hard. It was really tough. And I know what that's like. I know what the struggle's like. And I know that there are ways out there to help people no longer feel that way. And it feels so good. Now, I'm not even at my goal weight. I still have a little way to go. But I'm back using the programs and using the superfood shake that I do every day. I have gotten to, my pre-pregnancy weight, and now I'm looking ahead, like at being in my best shape as an adult. And I have a little bit of ways to go. But it's really exciting. And I know how confident I feel just being able to do this. And I want to be able to share that with other people. And that's why I do what I do. So I sat down my other half and I said, listen, I'm going to give this a try for a year. I just want to see what it's like. I'm going to go all in. I know I'm about to have a baby. I know things are going to be crazy, but I'm going to go all in and see what this is like. So I decided to dedicate a few hours a week talking, bringing people in that like we're looking at working on health goals and fitness goals. And it was a huge, huge moment for me. I found it to be so fulfilling. I was a part of people's journeys. People let me know when they were pregnant before they told their families, and people shared deep, dark, old moments, like those moments of me not being able to look at myself in the mirror without crying. Like there were moments where I was hating myself for letting my number on the scale creep up to a number I just didn't think I should ever weigh. And people have shared that with me, and I've shared how I overcame it. And it's been an amazing community for that. This world is a scary place right now. There's a lot of negative, there's a lot of bad, and there's a lot of hate and a lot of jealousy, and not everybody is nice to each other. Not everybody's good. But I will say this community that we are part of, this community that I can share with you is amazing. People are just like you. They have goals. They might be on a different part of their journey, but you might be able to help them and lift them up when they need it. And they're going to be there for you when you need it. And I'm going to be there for both of you. Like and the other thing that I have loved about this community, I just want to share, is that I have found that I believe the universe brings people together that need to know each other or to fill a certain thing in their lives. And this business, I have had the opportunity of helping people with their confidence level and feeling their best selves or feeling the best they ever have in their whole lives. And I have people who are learning how to be instructors so they can teach other people. And I have people that have, come into our team as coaches so they can pay it forward as well. But all of these people have also brought something into my life, and they've given me either tips about something I never would have thought of, or mothering advice, or just filled me in a positive light. So I do believe that you belong here. I know you're going to touch somebody else's life and help somebody in a journey. And I think it's important that we help you and you help whoever it is that you need to speak to. I do believe that we're all here and that you're listening and watching this for a reason. Now, that being said, I probably sound like a little cuckoo. I do highly encourage that whatever you do to work on yourself, it's going to be a challenge. It's really easy to sit there and say, I'm going to do it later, and never do it. It's easier to sit there on the couch and watch television or, Netflix, everything, and attack a whole show over a course of a weekend. That's easier. It is. It's easier to stay the same, and it's easier to stay unhappy. But I like to think that we are the product of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. And those people in my life now, because of saying yes to this opportunity as a coach and bringing people that are looking to grow into my life, I have grown. I have grown as a person, and in turn, it's actually helped my other half grow. He was in a job that he enjoyed, but there was no growth for him. He wasn't going to go as far as he can go in this world. And I kept pushing the boundaries of my life. I kept pushing doors open, and I kept being brave and stepping outside of my comfort zone to help other people. And in turn, he ended up saying yes to opportunities, and he keeps saying yes, and he keeps pushing and being his best self and being the best person he can be at his job. And then, asking for that extra, a raise or a new job or the new position or whatever. Like, he's less afraid. He's more open to growing. And I think that is really powerful. I know in my own home, it's made that much of a difference. And I've brought friends into my life that I adore as a result. Can you say hi? So obviously in the time that I have become a coach, I've brought in 2 babies in my world. And I have done amazing things with the extra funds. There have been things that came up that I never expected. Just a side note, my dog is sick right now, and the medical bills and the medications for it are not cheap. And knowing that we're going to be okay and we can spend this money on our puppy because of this job has been huge, huge for me. I don't know what we would have done otherwise. I really don't. So I know that it can be crazy to start a new adventure, a new challenge, but perhaps you're watching this because there's a calling in your life. Maybe you love helping people and you haven't found a way to give back yet. Maybe I used to volunteer all the time in college and then I just completely stopped. And this feels like that same reward, that like I love seeing a smile on somebody's face because of something positive that I'm doing for someone else. And maybe this is for you too. And even if you're not sure if you could cheer other people on, which by the way, I was cheering people on through my journey, like on the way to gaining weight and on the way back down to scale twice for both pregnancies. People are just, you know, so supportive, and everybody's on their own journey. You don't have to be where you're going. I'm not where I'm going yet. I still have a long way to go. I want to live to 100 years. I want to be super healthy. So I just want to make sure that you understand you don't have to be on that. But even if you just want to get started and you're not exactly sure what to do, message me, message the person that invited you to watch this, and let's get your story going. Let's create a new story. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be stuck in a job that you don't love. I'm not saying that this is going to replace that job right away, but it could at least open the door and make you brave enough to grow or change or just do something better with your life. And obviously you can do it with littles. You can do it with whatever your situation is. We have people that have full-time jobs. There are people that are nurses and in the emergency industry where they are working 12-hour days or they're on 3 days at a time. It's pretty crazy, but you know what? We all make it work, and we all make it work because of each other and for each other. So thanks for listening. I know it gets a little crazy. If you've had toddlers or you know any, you know that this is my life. And I have to go change a diaper, as it turns out. But this is a real mom in it. I hope that you all have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And let me know if you have any questions at all. We'd love to have you join in or just get you started. Basic nutrition, get you started with some accountability, get you started with a program that you can live with, whether it be yoga or walking or something that you used to love as a kid, dancing around the room and singing your heart out. Like, let's do it. Let's get you going. Let's get that ball rolling. Okay? Let's do it now. Message me right now. Okay? Let's do this.